When you start getting those sales under your belt and you start feeling really good about everything, don't start shortcutting the process.
Welcome, everyone, to the Driving Vision podcast brought to you by the Zeigler Auto Group. I'm your host, Sam Dark, and here with me, Auto Group Director of Talent Development, Mike Van Ryn. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, thanks, Sam.
Be sure to subscribe to the podcast, like it if you do, and leave a comment. Today's episode is a first in the history of the podcast. Today's episode is shared between the Future of Zag Today and the Driving Vision podcast. So why? Because today we celebrate the success of our current sales top guns across the Zeigler Auto Group. We've recruited a team of talented roving reporters to capture interviews with many of those top guns. So we go there now.
Hey, this is Tim Stark with Zeigler Automotive Group, and I am at Kenosha Subaru today, where I have the pleasure of sitting down with Lori Gilland, who has been recognized as a top gun performer in sales. It doesn't surprise me a bit, as I send my friends and family to Lori, and I have for years. So, Lori, let me ask you a few questions. First off, how does it feel to be recognized by Zeigler Automotive Group as a top gun performer in sales?
Well, first of all, hello, Tim. Good to see you, and it's a pleasure to be here doing this. I mean, it feels really nice. It's almost kind of surreal because it's sort of like, wait a minute, what? Like, what's the catch? I've been with this Subaru dealership in 3 different incarnations, 3 different owners. And I will tell you, this by far is the best organization. And I'm really not just saying that. And I'm about to turn 61 next week. I have no reason to start making things up at this point in my life and career. So Zeigler really has proven to be exactly what they say they are. They back up their employees, they back up their franchises, and just a really positive, valuable organization. So it feels authentic and it feels very nice.
Excellent. Yeah, that's very true. Recognition is such a big part of what we do here at Zeigler. So let me ask you, the next question would be this. What advice would you have for others trying to make the top gun list?
What I tell, especially newer people, one in particular I can think of that I've sort of taken under my wing, which I don't normally do, but I have with this person, is to not only just listen to what other people tell you, because of course everyone's going to tell you, make sure you listen, take notes, follow what they're doing, all that sort of thing. But the biggest thing that I told him a few weeks ago was, when you start getting those sales under your belt and you start feeling really good about everything, don't start shortcutting the process. And don't get in your head and start telling yourself, well, that's fine, but I can do it my way. There is no your way. There's a process. Don't deviate from the process. So that's my number one thing. It's a simple process. Sales is sales. You do the same thing over and over and over. You start losing sales and making mistakes when you decide you know better than the process. So that's my number one thing.
Excellent advice, and yeah, very, very true. So love that. And lastly, let me ask you this, because I know that you have customers waiting. Who do you want to thank or recognize for this achievement?
Well, I know it sounds really corny, but it really is true. I would say my current general manager, Mike Byan. And number one reason is because, first of all, I've known him the longest of the various general managers that I've had. So I've had an opportunity to learn a lot from him in the last, I think now 8 years. But the number one thing that he's taught me is to take a breath, slow down. There's always a way to do something. If a customer shows up, they don't have this document, they don't have that, they don't know this. Okay, just keep going. Keep the process going. There's always a way to do it. Whatever the way is, Mike always has the answer in the end. And so I know that. I know I can trust him. So when he says just keep going, keep going, keep going, I don't have to worry about it. I don't second guess it. I just keep going. So I would say Mike has definitely offered me the best opportunity and given me the best advice.
Excellent. All right, Lori. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us today, and go get them.
All right. Thanks, Tim.
All right. Hey, Team Zeigler. It's Araya here. I'm sitting with Chris Carroll at Motorsports. So, Chris, congratulations, because you last month sold 28 units, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So how long have you been with us, Chris?
I have been here for just over 3 years.
Isn't that crazy? So I selected you from Western to come join us as an intern. And then you ended up going full time with us basically in the same amount of time. And now have hit President's Club, and you've hit many months of being in the top sales list. So how does it make you feel?
It actually feels great. When I first started here, I was just a college student looking for an internship. And did I know it was going to turn into this? Not really. But it's been great, changed my life, and I love being recognized by the company. I don't think there's too many auto groups out there that do as much as Zeigler does for their employees, and it feels really good.
That's so great. It's been so cool to see your success for sure over the last couple of years. What would you say is some advice that you could give to anyone who's really looking to make that Top Gun list or looking to get into the President's Club? Like, what's something that you've done as a best practice for yourself that's really just helped you reach the top?
So I would say for starters, make sure you show up every day and be consistent, but at the same time also, know what you're selling, become an expert at the products you have, and make sure you follow up with everyone you talk to, because I feel like the more times I follow up with people in a month, definitely get a lot more sales.
Yeah, help generate that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. Well, we have been really proud of you and watched your success, and obviously everything that you're talking about, you've obviously crafted over the years and have been able to grow, so that's awesome. So great. Congratulations. You're going to make it again this month to the Top Gun list?
You know what? That's the plan.
All right. Good deal. All right. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Araya.
Hey, everyone. Again, it's Araya Daniels. I'm sitting here today with Tobin Stanton. Tobin, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so how awesome is it? And we're going to just call Jonathan Moskovich out right now because in the month of May, you beat him with 44 units. So tell me how you did it.
It was a crazy start. I got off to the month with a great start. The first week I sold 12, and from there it got kind of steady. But I think it was just, being consistent and following up with people. I came here. This is my first month back with school.
Right.
So I had no deposit. So all my sales were walk-ins and phone calls. So
yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
So how crazy is this other element of you're in your senior year, you graduate this summer from Western. So talk a little bit about that, the balance that you've created in like being really here full-time for sales and then juggling school right now.
So my rule to myself is that when I'm here, it's full-time work.
Yeah.
But when I'm doing school, it's completely school. So I don't ever intertwine the two. I try to make sure that I have a balance for both and that I do good in both.
That's really awesome. So what advice would you say, Tobin, that you would give to someone who's really looking to make that Top Gun list or shooting for President's Club this year?
I would say the two things that I tell myself each morning before I come to work are consistency and confidence.
Love it.
Being confident in your product, being confident in price, especially right now with the way that things are going.
Sure.
And just being confident in, your teammates and everything that you got around you.
That's
that'll
so
help
awesome.
you out a lot.
Well, good deal. Well, I see for June here, let's see if you can't get to 50 this month, right?
We'll
we on our way?
Yeah. I think we're on the way to 50. So.
Awesome. Well, good deal. Well, congratulations. What an incredible month. You just absolutely crushed it. So looking forward to see what you do in June.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks.
Hey, Team Zeigler, Mike Van Ryn here, and I'm at Zeigler Motorsports with Joe Stanford. Hey, Joe, man, it's so neat to see you on the Top Gun list month after month. You've had some where you've been in the 60s on top of the board. Congrats on your success. What does it mean to you to be recognized as a top achiever at Zeigler?
Oh, it means everything. Real proud of it. It means that the hard work is paying off, and it's a great organization to work for, and I'm real proud to be here. And proud to work for this team.
That's awesome. Joe, what advice would you have for others that are trying to make the Top Gun list?
Really, you got to differentiate yourself from everyone else around you. And the biggest thing I can say is always be of service for your customers. You always have to be there when they need you, regardless whether you're punched in or you're out.
Yeah, that's great advice and great mentality to have with your customers. I know there's somebody special that you want to recognize and thank, because without them, you couldn't do this.
That would be Mr. Matt Hopkins. He has been a great help to me, and I couldn't do it without him. He's really mentored me from day one and took me under his wing, and he's given me a lot of great advice, and I don't think I'd be where I am today without him. So thanks, Matt.
Hey, Joe, we appreciate you and all you do, and really want to just say thanks and recognize you for your top performance. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Team Zeigler, it's Mike Van Ryn here. I'm at Zeigler Motorsports with Cody Funderman. Cody, thanks for being here today. Got to ask you, how does it feel to be recognized by Zeigler as a top performer, a Top Gun in sales for your performance last month?
Man, it feels really great. Like I said, it's nice to get that, pat on the back, even though, like I said, at times, you just come in every day and just kind of, grind it out too. But it's nice to have that to be, recognized, by everybody. And, it just kind of really keeps your push and drive going, because we all can kind of fall short every once in a while. So when you get, like I said, these big awards or, or kind of pat on the backs really just kind of puts everything in place of, hey, I'm in the right spot and I'm doing the right thing. So I definitely really appreciate those.
Yeah, it's awesome, Cody. Congrats on being a President's Club winner as well. It's a huge honor at Zeigler. And I got to ask you, what advice would you have for others that are trying to make the Top Gun list each month?
Is really what it's been for me is, just those customers, we're all in a hurry trying to get to the next customer, spend that time with those customers to really create that relationship. This is coming into my second year now, and I'm seeing it all follow through where, hey, you sold my neighbor, they told me to reach out to you, or my friend or my family, this or that. So I'm really seeing that on top of just, talking with new customers that are coming in. I'm getting those comeback as well too. So that's really what I found that's really helped me, where I've kind of seen this year now, my numbers are doubling because of last year, and then also grabbing new customers this year. So I really account to that.
Need to see the fruits of your labor there. That's great advice. Who do you want to recognize or thank?
Really, it's everybody from, like I said, Matt and Chris here at the store, just, really helping me, kind of guide me through, starting out fresh, but really being able to kind of let me run, as well, and just kind of guiding me along the way, making those small corrections. And then everything from, like I said, for you, Mike, to Araya, bringing me on the training, as the onboarding training really helped. And like I said, all the training tools that we have access to from you guys, that just all helps to really just be able to execute on a high level and do what's right for our customers.
Thanks, Cody. Congratulations, man.
Rob Carroll at the Plainwell Ford dealership. It feels great to be recognized as a top performer in the auto group. Being part of such an elite group of individuals is quite humbling. My advice to others would be to never take no for an answer and be dedicated to marketing and promoting yourself. I'd like to thank the auto group for putting me in front of so many talented and inspiring people. The experience has been second to none.
This is Carrie, and I am here with Marty from Orland Park BMW, and just giving them a little recognition on being in Top Guns for the month of May. How does it feel, Marty, to be recognized by Zeigler Auto Group as a top sales performer?
Yeah, it feels amazing to be recognized by a great organization.
Awesome. And what advice would you have for others trying to make it to the Top Guns?
It all starts with the drive, push yourself, grab as many customers as you can, and just, work as much as you can.
Awesome. And last but not least, who would you want to thank or recognize for?
My general manager, Will O'Hare. He taught me a lot.
Awesome. Will is a great guy. All right. Thanks, Marty. And
Absolutely.
we'll see you in Top Guns next month?
Yes.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks.
This is Carrie, and I'm sitting with Hassan over at Orland Park Infinity. First time in the Top Guns in May. So how's it feel, Hassan, to be recognized by Zeigler Auto Group as a top sales performer?
Feels good. Originally I was supposed to start at, Nissan, and I found my way here. I got transferred to Infinity, and originally I wanted to come here, and I knew that I was going to, give it 110% and try to be on top, and it looks like I accomplished that.
Awesome. What advice would you have for others trying to make the Top Guns list?
Kind of know your product knowledge. Obviously, new cars are kind of rare find right now, but know what you're selling. Know kind of more than what you need to, just in case the customer asks you something like out of the blue or like a curveball. Also, let your customer talk. Let them, they'll let you know what they want without you asking most of the time.
Absolutely. And who would you want to thank or recognize for helping you get into the Top Guns?
There's a lot of people on my mind, but first and foremost, I would like to thank my GSM, Scott Wagner, and my team. Yeah, they were a solid help and a solid team for me to kind of succeed and, be the top salesman of this month. So they made it happen. We all work as a team here.
Awesome. Congratulations. And will we see you in the Top Guns next month?
Hey, it's Tim Stark with Zeigler Automotive Group from Racine Honda, where I am talking to Matt Stash, Michael Lychek, who is a Top Gun sales performer. And how you doing today?
Very good, sir.
All right, that's great. Hey, just have a couple of questions for you here. First off, how does it feel to be recognized by Zeigler Automotive Group as a Top Gun performer in sales?
Feels amazing. Really never thought I'd be here this soon. From what everybody's helped me with, from all the managers, I'd like to thank Matt DeVikas for everybody helping me out, and it just feels amazing to be at this spot.
That's fantastic. And what I'd like to say is I know his recruiter. All righty, so next, let me ask you, what advice would you have for others trying to make the Top Gun sales list?
Just following up with people, referrals, service drive, just staying on top of people, even though if you can't get a deal done that day, staying on top of them, just keep grinding and just pretty much reaching out to people.
Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. And lastly, who do you want to thank or recognize for this achievement?
I'd like to thank my girlfriend. She works here as well. Matt DeVikas, George Bell, James Leipsky, for everything that everybody did for him. I wouldn't be able to do it without the culture of Zeigler. The whole team here is great, and I'm hoping to be on here forever.
Oh, that's fantastic. Love to hear that. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. And I know you have customers waiting, so we'll let you go.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yep. Hey, it's Tim Stark with Zeigler Automotive Group, and I am here at Racine Honda with Carlos Lopez, a Zeigler Automotive Group Top Gun performer. And first off, how you doing today?
Great, Tim. Great. Thanks for having me.
Yep, you bet. Hey, I got 3 questions for you. The first one's going to go like this. How does it feel to be recognized by Zeigler Automotive Group as a Top Gun performer in sales?
It's an amazing accomplishment. I'm very grateful for it. I'm thankful for the opportunity that Zeigler has given to me. And I feel amazing that I was able to be recognized by this auto group.
Excellent. Great answer. Number 2, what advice would you give others trying to make the Top Gun list?
Work hard, avoid distractions, stay focused. A lot of it also has to go in focusing on improving your craft, as a skill set. So because of the industry that we're in, a lot of our drive comes to volume, right? Yep. Get as many people as possible. But if you really focus on the quality of your work, you can actually improve your result and improve your numbers and still work hard, obviously, but be more effective with what you do.
So trusting the process is what you're talking about.
Exactly, trusting the process.
Perfect. Okay, and I know you have customers, so who do you want to thank or recognize for this achievement?
I just want to thank the store, everybody that works here, Ever since I got here about a year ago, everybody's made an effort to make me feel welcome, to provide a great support system. Our management team, every single one of them has been able to do that. And then also our sales floor. So my coworkers here on the sales floor, they've done a phenomenal job. We do have a family environment, and I just feel comfortable with every single one that's here. And it's also, it's not as cutthroat of an environment, right, which is amazing.
Yeah, I think you guys have a great culture at this store. So, all right, well, thanks for taking the time, and go get them.
Thank you, Tim.
Hey, Team Zeigler. It's Mike Van Ryn here, and I'm in Plainwell at the Chrysler dealership with Mr. Bill Ball. Bill, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me today, Mike.
It's great spending time with you, Bill. And Bill is the only gentleman in the auto group that has been in the President's Club every single year. And I'm sitting in his office, and he's got trophies galore filled in his office. Bill, I just got to ask you, in all seriousness, what does it mean to you to be recognized by Zeigler as a top performer?
It's a great achievement. It's one of my highest goals. I have long-term goals and short-term goals, and I'm going to be on this list until I retire. So I'm doing my best. I'm working around my obstacles, and I'm going to make sure I'm there at the end. So it means a lot to me.
We appreciate all you do, Bill, and congrats on your success. What advice would you have, Bill, for other people that maybe are just getting into the industry, that they want to become top guns in whatever they do?
Again, it's going to go back to setting goals, and you have to have short-term goals. There's a lot of obstacles right now with the way the economy is, and you got to keep working your way around it. Don't quit. Don't stop. If you hit a roadblock, there's a way around it. But, the most important is do it all for the right reasons. Take care of your customers, be proud of yourself at what you do, and, find the right cars for these people, and everything will come back together. And again, have that long-term goal so you can be there at Aaron's house. We'll all have dinner together.
Exactly. Fun times. I know you're so customer focused, and it's a huge, huge deal to you to be there for your customers and just take care of them. So it's evident in everything you do. Last question for you, Bill. Who do you want to thank, or who do you want to recognize?
First off, I'd like to recognize my family. My family has always been proud of me. I'm proud of my family. I'm going to do things that are right so that they're going to be proud of me till the end. And can't do it without them. A huge support for my family. Also my customers. I get a lot of recognition from my customers. Referrals is what I live on. I don't take fresh ups, and I don't wait on new clients, but everything I sell is referral based, and I take a lot of pride in that also. So I'd like to recognize and thank my customers. And thirdly, I'd like to thank this organization. I work with a great management team. Couldn't do it without them. During some of the tough times, we all get down, and I've got great support, pick me back up, work together as a team, and we make things happen here in Plainwell.
Well, thanks, Bill. We really appreciate your time today. Congrats on all your success. Have a great one.
Thanks, Mike. Great to see you, and go get them, guys.
Hey, Team Zeigler. Mike Van Ryn here. I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I'm with Todd Zimmerman, who oversees all of our Byrider operations for the organization. Todd, thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely, Mike. Thanks for having me join.
Awesome. And Todd, I know it's important to you to recognize a couple individuals that were top guns last month in sales for the whole organization. organization. Who do you want to recognize today, Todd?
Yeah, hey, I want to give a shout out to two of our outstanding team members, Kelsey Courtney and Phil Sampson. Hey, both absolutely killed it last month. I appreciate their dedication, their commitment, the effort and time they put in to really have a fabulous month. And frankly, helped save, certainly, our sales for the month for those two locations. Congratulations, guys.
It's awesome recognition for both of them, Kelsey and Phil. And hey, Todd, for those of us that don't know maybe where the Byrider locations are and what they do, could you give us an overview on that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got stores in Kalamazoo, Michigan, Lansing, and Fort Wayne, Indiana. Basically, guys, we are there to fill that gap for customers that cannot get conventional financing, and they have to find alternate means. Typically, they would have to go to a buy here, pay here, those same customers that you might try to get approved through a subprime lender. So our stopgap is there to fill that needs for that customer base that can't get conventional financing. So by the way, if you have anyone that you cannot get financed, please send them our direction to Kalamazoo and Lansing. It's all in-house. We have a 36-month service contract on every vehicle that we sell. We back that up with on-site service, absolutely, and $45 labor rate for those things not covered under the service contract. I dare anybody to challenge anybody to get to a $45 service rate. Secondly, we report every payment our customers make to 3 major credit bureaus. The goal there is to help build that credit score so they don't have to pay high interest or go to subprime lenders in the future. So please think about it. You want to give great service to your customers, send them to one of our Byrider locations.
That's awesome, Todd. And we appreciate your leadership and congrats on your success for everything you've done with the Byrider teams and the organization. You guys are a huge part of Team Zeigler. And it's neat to see, because I've seen it myself, a lot of your customers that have graduated, so to speak, and come to some of our Zeigler stores after going through your program, which helps them out tremendously. So congrats, Todd.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the time.
A special thanks to you, our weekly listeners, for continuing to make this one of the best automotive business podcasts available on Apple, Google, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks to our roving reporters, the Zeigler Sales Top Guns, and those who contributed to this episode. And until next week, how are you driving vision today?